I've been stressing, literally stressing, like staying up till 3 in the morning, guys. And so, Mabuhay Squad, I'm going to need your opinions.
Hey guys, welcome to my daily vlogs. Please subscribe.
What's up, Mabuhay Squad? All right, let's go. Let's go, Rizal. Good morning. Taking the dogs, well, Rizal, the first dog to wake up in the mornings. It seems like the youngest dogs are always the first to get up. And Brittany here, she's finally allowed to go out. Come on, Brittany. This is her first time going outside. Yes. Oh, there's a crow up there. Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys totally missed a crow. Wow, awesome. Yes, Brittany, this is the outside. She's finally had all her parvo shots and she doesn't even know what to do out here. Anyways, guys, what's up, Mabuhay Squad? Welcome to another vlog. So sorry, haven't uploaded in a few days, and it's been this way for the past like month or so, or 2 months, because we are winding up to moving. I'm not gonna give you guys a date because I don't want to jinx it, but let me just say that, guys, we're moving soon. Like, how soon? I would say soon. Soon enough that we're like having to make certain decisions in terms of like furniture and like all of that other stuff. So for those of you who are new, guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Mikey Bustos. Be sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed this vlog and hit that subscribe button. Come join our Mabuhay Squad. We will be your daily dose of positive vibes online. Yeah, in case you're new, guys, we're winding up to moving to our future home. Right now, we're staying in this beautiful country home out in the mountains in Tagaytay, Philippines, while we wait until my partner, RJ, and I's house is being completed. Man, it's been a long journey. This house took us 4 years to complete, and we expected to move in by now, needless to say. We had so many challenges along the way, but we're finally reaching the end of the road. We'll probably be moving into an unfinished house. It'll just be complete enough for us to kind of be able to live in there, but there will still be, the work will continue while we're like living in there. And I'm excited. Yay, are you guys excited? Now, one of the things I have been completely stressing about, and as you guys saw in the title of this vlog, is this aviary. So, just a backgrounder. Brittany's so good. Come, Brittany. It's her first time outside. So many sights and smells. Come on. As a backgrounder, one of the reasons why my partner and I decided to go out, look for a place to build a house, is because we had a child, a feathered child. And those of you who watched these vlogs now for the past 3 years or 2 years know that we had an African gray parrot, a beautiful, beautiful bird that we raised just from a chick by hand fed her, and she was our baby. She lived till 2 years old and a little bit, but sadly she died during the pandemic, like literally at the onset of the pandemic. I think she passed away finally in, was it July of 2020 or something like that, August, which was so sad. But when she was alive, RJ and I were like, hey, like, let's go look for a place because Ligaya needs more room. She needs more room to fly. So this search for a house, which we originally were going to like buy an already built house. We went house shopping and all that, but then we ultimately found this beautiful farm property and we're like, RJ, let's just build a house. So we ended up building a house, the house of our dreams, with this massive 3-story aviary in the middle. Because when you build a house, you can decide how it's designed, right? And so we wanted Ligaya's home to be just in the middle of the house. So yeah, she ended up dying, but we ended up keeping the aviary, of course, like we couldn't change the plans. And I just figured, hey, I'm gonna just fill it with birds in the future. And guys, now that future is now. I've been stressing, literally stressing, like staying up till 3 in the morning, guys, watching videos, surfing the internet for inspiration, assessing my options as to what we're going to put in this aviary. And so, Mabuhay Squad, I'm going to need your opinions. I'm just curious to know what you guys think. All right, guys, got my morning coffee and I'm ready to go through my wish list as to birds that I've been studying over the past several months and looking into that I would like to stock in our aviary. Gonna go through each one of them, gonna go through several points on each, and I'd love to hear your opinions on each, especially from those of you who've been following the channel for a while that know the lifestyle of RJ and I, and also birds that you would like to see stocked in our aviary. I'm really curious what you guys think, because you guys always have the best feedback all the time. All right, now before I go through this species list of birds that will potentially go in our aviary, I wanted to describe our aviary. So our aviary is a 5 meter by, I believe, 5 meter or 4 meter deep by 3-story high. Really tall, guys. The aviary can be viewed and accessed from all 3 floors. So on the roof deck, we can look down. There's like a fenced part. The roof itself is a meshed roof, so it kind of projects out from the roof deck, and then it's got like a roof that is half covered, and it can also close. So there's like an acrylic roof, or it's a glass roof rather, that closes over it. But even when closed, it still has air blowing through it because the sides are all mesh. The top is, the middle part is mesh as well. So yeah, it's quite a large aviary. We could fit in quite a few birds, depending on what species. And the way I want to decorate it, guys, is I want to create almost like a beautiful tropical rainforest with gorgeous like driftwood and branches and possibly flowering plants, a lot of bromeliads which I could stick to the wood and to the rock cladding all around. I want climbing plants, I want vines, I want hanging Spanish moss. I've, you know, taken several photos from online for inspiration, just to kind of get, you know, a feel for how I want the aviary to look. So now that you guys know about the aviary, I'm gonna go through each species. Ooh, I'm excited to share my ideas with you guys and what I've researched. But for each species, I'm going to break them down into 6 criteria. Sorry if you see me looking down, because I've taken down notes, guys. Like this, see my notes? See all those notes? I wasn't kidding when I said I stay up in 3 in the morning. On several nights, like stressing about this. So I'll go through each species and I'll go through the 6 criteria, and the criteria are as follows. First, they must be tropical birds, like tropical type birds. Tropical because I'm designing the aviary like the tropics. Second, whatever bird we choose must not destroy plant decor or my window frames. Because, okay, now when I say destroy plant decor, I mean like any parrot will destroy things and destroy plants, but I'm talking like mass destruction, like destroying mass amounts of driftwood. And when I say, you know, uprooting like huge plants and trees, because there are birds that can do this, like completely barbing up a tree and destroying my window frames. Now the window frames RJ and I invested in are really strong, really good quality, and they should be able to take the beaks of most birds. But there are some birds that I think will be able to destroy, you know, like the tracking and that kind of thing. And so those kind of birds, blah, cannot. So that's second criteria. The third criteria is they've got to be interactive birds. I really miss having birds in my life. I'm okay with just birds that I could look at, but there's just something else, guys, about having birds that can land on you, that can land on your hand, that you can, like, you know, scratch on the head, cuddle with. You guys know the whole Disney princess fairy tale, right? Where birds can just land on you in your aviary and you can feed them and you can interact with them. I need that in my life. I've missed that in my life. So hopefully birds that could be interactive. Fourth criteria, not too noisy. Now, we all know that birds make noise, and depending on the species, different species make different degrees of noise. And some birds are really quiet, beep, 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 beep. And others are like squawkers whose voices can travel for miles. Like you can literally hear them from several blocks down, and that's not an exaggeration. Fifth criteria is the birds also must be obtainable with papers. Now here in the Philippines, to own birds, you need papers. It's basically a permit that permits you to own the birds. Because we're in the tropics, most birds can escape and like become invasive. So the government is really strict about regulating the ownership of pet birds, and you essentially have to have papers with your birds. So like registered paper that says, yes, I'm allowed to have these birds. It came from a legit breeder, because they're also trying to crack down on illegal collection of birds from the wild for the pet trade. So yeah, that's closely monitored. The birds must come with papers. Now this sixth criteria is more of a bonus. So it isn't exactly compulsory in my list of criteria, but this bonus criteria is hopefully it would be awesome if the birds can be kept communally with another species. So, you know, originally I was like, hey, it would be awesome if I could keep several species of birds in the aviary. And so that's more of a bonus, not necessary. I'm totally happy having, you know, a beautiful aviary with plants and trees, etc. and vines, and just having one species inside. I'm okay with that, but it would be cool if it could be communal. That would be awesome. So that's more of a bonus criteria for the species I will go through. All right, time to go through all of these species, guys. So first, Gouldian Finches. These cute tiny birds are beautiful, guys. I've always wanted finches, especially Gouldian Finches, and they're just beautiful birds that I could see flying around our aviary. So let's go through our criteria. Are they tropical forest birds? Sadly, no. They are tropical, yes, but they are tropical grassland, savanna, forest edge birds. So, you know, I could house them in my rainforest aviary, but they're slightly off habitat. Sadly, I'm going to cross this out, the first criteria, as a no. They are not tropical forest birds, although if I really wanted to, I could put them in, but let's just say no for now. Second criteria, do they destroy plant decor and window frames? No, so that's good. That criteria, yes. Ding, check, that's good. Are they interactive? Sadly, no. Now, you guys might recall a vlog where we went to Japan and there was this little finch that was on our hand that was hand raised. It's not impossible that these Gouldian Finches will land on our hand and land on us when we try to feed them. But based on my research and like watching tons of videos on Gouldian Finches from pros, the general consensus is usually they will not. Like they'll just wait till I place down some food and step back, and then they will land on the food, that's it. They're more of like birds that you watch as opposed to birds that will land on your hand. So sadly, no, not really interactive. Are they noisy? No. They make little chirps, little beautiful sounds, so not noisy at all. Check, ding, yay. Are they obtainable with papers? Now, based on what I've been researching, a lot of people are breeding them here in the Philippines, but I don't think a lot of these breeders have papers, sadly. So no, so far hard to find with papers here in the Philippines, which is sad. Maybe I might be able to find Gouldian Finch breeders with papers. That would be great. So guys, if you know any, prove me wrong in the comments. Lastly, can they be kept communally? Yes. Gouldian Finches make great communal birds. They're very passive, non-aggressive. You know, you can keep them with several other smaller species of birds. Even some species of small parrots like Neophemus, etc. So yes, all right. So if we go through all of that list, they make 3 of the criteria, and sadly, so far, don't make 3 of the other criteria. But again, those 3 might possibly pass, depending. But let's move on, guys. Gouldian Finches so far A flock of crimson-bellied conures. Now, when I saw these birds, I was like, wow, they are so beautiful. They've got silver, they've got like red, they've got like different colors. Like, they're just gorgeous birds. And RJ also is in love with them. And after researching them, I do think that they fit our lifestyle. And so I'm gonna go through them now. A flock of crimson-bellied conures. Are they tropical forest birds? Yes, they're from South America, and they inhabit the rainforest, so they would totally fit into the whole aesthetic of the aviary. Do they destroy plant decor and window frames? So they are hookbills, they're parrots, they need to destroy things with their beak, but I don't think they would be able to destroy our window frames, and some of the more hardier trees and plants, I don't think they could kill them and uproot them. So yes, ding, they pass that check. Can they be interactive? Yes, crimson-bellied conures, like most conures, are definitely interactive type parrots. They can bond with you. You could hand raise them, which I plan to do, and they can be really great pets. So that's an awesome thing about crimson-bellied conures. Are they noisy? On the general scale, they do make noise, but they are not the noisiest type of conure, and they're definitely not squawkers. So yes, ding, they pass that criteria. Are they obtainable with papers? Yes, I know several breeders or a couple breeders that do sell these birds and that do offer papers for them. Can they be kept communally? And based on my research, yes, they can be kept with other similar sized parrots and conures. So guys, the crimson-bellied conure actually fits all 6. So yay! A pair of Goliath blue and gold macaws. So this came up, 2 baby Goliath blue and gold macaws. So there's a regular blue and gold macaw, and apparently there's like a Goliath type, which is even bigger and larger, heavier, larger wingspan. Blue and gold macaws have always been my dream bird. Now, I've been talking closely with Nimal, who runs the awesome parrot channel, Mikey the Macaw. I'm sure all you bird owners know their channel. They're based in the UK, and they might visit the Philippines next year. Yes, and I told them, you guys are staying with us. They are awesome owners of 2 beautiful blue and gold macaws. I've been talking to Nimal, and I've been saying, you know, I don't think blue and gold macaws are for us. You know, shed some light, give me some inspiration. And he's like, you know what? If you have the time, if you have the help, because I've mentioned that, you know, we will have house staff who will help us with maintenance of the home and of these pets and parrots, and we have the space. And he said, you know, if you have all of those things, then they actually can make good pets. The problem is most people don't have these things, and so, you know, these macaws sadly make bad pets. So yeah, I have been considering 2 Goliath blue and gold macaws. And I say 2 because I ideally want these birds to bond with each other and also bond with my whole team, RJ and I, the whole family, so that in case RJ and I have to leave, these birds aren't stressing, going, ah, where's my life partner? Ah! But these birds will have each other and they'll have our team to bond with. So that's why I say a pair. Anyways, let's go through our criteria, guys. Are they tropical forest birds? Yes. They totally fit into the tropical vibe. They are also birds from South America. Now, do they destroy plant decor and window frames? Absolute yes. These birds and their beaks are warriors of destruction. I could totally see a macaw like one day, you know, making its way to our window frames. Mostly the track. It's mostly the track that I'm concerned of. The edges of the window, not so much, but more of the track, because it actually protrudes out a little bit. And I just feel like the birds can break that. So yes, they can definitely break that. Can I see them totally ripping out entire African bird's nest fern plants and bromeliads from our wall and from the driftwood? Yes. Do I see them destroying massive amounts of driftwood that, you know, took hours to install into the aviary? Yes. They don't pass that criteria. Can they be interactive? Absolutely, of course. These birds are so interactive, and my dream, if I were to have macaws, is to like free fly them in the yard. I would love that and train them that way. Are they noisy? Absolutely, yes. Some of the noisiest pet parrots in the trade. I've experienced their noise because one time we went to a place in Bataan, and it was a resort with a hotel. And guys, as I was checking into the hotel, from the window, I could hear these loud squawking. I'm like, oh my gosh, guys, those are parrots. Turns out these were a pair of macaws way down in the resort, like far, literally far. So if I could hear these parrots squawking from that far, in my mind, I'm sure some of our neighbors will be able to hear our macaws squawking every morning and every evening. So yeah, very noisy birds. Are they obtainable with papers? Yes. There are people who provide these birds and breed them here in the Philippines, and they do come with papers. I could also take birds in, as in like birds that need rehoming. So I could adopt these birds, but it's questionable whether they would come with papers. And my inclination is that they don't come with papers. So if ever to get macaws, I would need to buy. Bonus, can they be kept communally? I have seen people keep these macaws with other large macaws. So yes, they can be kept communally. Can they be kept with smaller birds, like medium-sized birds? I'm sure it's possible, but it's also risky. So if it's a communal aviary, it must be with other species of macaws. Macaws only passed 3 of the criteria, so 50%. Next, flock of Philippine blue-naped parrots. Guys, let me tell you, these parrots came under my radar just over the past maybe couple of months. I know someone who is selling, a couple people who are breeding these birds and selling them. They're actually native to the Philippines, and they are beautiful birds, guys. They're starting to become threatened. So they are found in the Philippines, but they're threatened. So they're decreasing in numbers due to habitat destruction and things like that. But they are starting to be bred captively. So in the hobby, more and more birds are being bred, which is kind of a great thing, you know. It keeps their species alive. So I would love to be part of that movement. So let's go through the 6 criteria. Are they tropical forest birds? Yes, guys, they're from the Philippines. The Philippines is the tropics. And so they would totally fit in. And if they lived in our aviary, it is also awesome that they are already accustomed to our climate, to our seasons, that kind of thing. You know, it's just, it's great that I love that they're from here. It just makes things a lot easier, guys, and a lot more predictable. So yes, they are tropical forest birds. Do they destroy plant decor and window frames? My inclination is yes, they do destroy things because they are parrots and they do need to chew things. But can they cause as much destruction as, say, a macaw? I don't think so. That's my guess. And I think our window frames will be able to withstand their beaks. I could also arrange decor so that the birds can't really get to the window frames. Are they interactive? Absolutely. Guys, these parrots even talk. People hand raise them. I plan on hand raising them from chickhood, and they can definitely land on us, play with us, interact. I think that's great. Yes, they passed that. Are they noisy? So these birds do make noise, but are they as noisy as, say, a macaw? No. That would be great. They make really interesting noises, but they're not extremely loud, which is great. Are they obtainable with papers? Yes, the breeders who breed, well, the ones I've looked into, who breed these birds, offer them with papers. Great, which is awesome because I don't want the government after us, especially because they are a native bird here in the Philippines. And again, I want to be part of the movement of keeping these birds alive. Can they be kept communally? They can. I think they can be kept communally. That I would have to really experiment. But maybe similarly sized birds. In the wild, guys, these blue-naped parrots live in flocks of 12. So I'm thinking maybe 4 to 10 blue-naped parrots, huh? I think that would be great. So Philippine blue-naped parrots pass all 6 criteria. Yes! Let's move on to a flock of sun conures. Yes, beautiful birds. Also a type of conure. I love them. They are so gorgeous. They also come in various like color. They're just gorgeous, gorgeous birds. So let's go through the criteria. Are they tropical forest birds? Yes, they absolutely are. Also from South America. Do they destroy plant decor and window frames? They're a smaller conure. My guess is no. I'm thinking the larger plants and trees will be able to take their little tiny beaks. Can they be interactive? Absolutely yes. Definitely interactive. I'd be hand raising them. They can land on us. They love playing. They're very makulit, as they say in the Philippines. So yeah, and they can even be free flown. I've seen people who free fly these birds, which is awesome. Now, are they noisy? Guys, sun conures are the noisiest of the conures. They are extremely, they go, ah! It's this like very high-pitched, very distinctive sound. Like I'll often be walking around in the Philippines and I will hear it, and it's very distinct. So yes, they are loud. Is it intrusive for our neighbors? I don't know, but it is definitely loud enough that we'll be hearing it through the glass of our aviary. Obtainable with papers. Yes, there are breeders here who offer them with papers. Can they be kept communally? I have seen these birds kept with other birds, so yes. I've seen aviaries where they're kept with like African greys, birds as small as like African lovebirds, that kind of thing. So yes, they can be kept communally. So they, in our list, make 5 of the criteria. Moving on, flock of kulasisi, also known as Philippine hanging parrots. So as their name suggests, they are also endemic. They're smaller than the blue-naped parrots, but they're just as cute. So let's go through the criteria. Yes, they are tropical forest birds. Again, native to the Philippines. Can they destroy plant decor and window frames? No, I don't. I think most of my plant decor and the window frames will be able to withstand their little tiny beaks. Guys, the birds are this small, like they're pretty much this big. Can they be interactive? Yes. Again, if they're hand raised and hand tamed, they can learn that humans are friends and definitely interactive birds. Are they noisy? They're small birds. I don't think they make loud squawks, so no, not noisy. Ding, yes. Can they be obtainable with papers? Here's the thing. I could actually go to a market right now and buy these birds for super cheap, but these people who sell it in the market are essentially illegal dealers of these birds. They don't offer them with papers. They literally, I'm not sure if they catch them as chicks from the wild or if they really are bred in captivity, but they're just not legit, not with papers. To breed them, you need like a farm permit and all of this stuff. So sadly, no, I don't know anyone who sells these birds with papers, but maybe some of you guys might know. And if you do, that would be awesome, because then they would probably pass all 6 of our criteria, because these birds can be kept communally. Being small, tiny parrots, they could also be housed with other species of small parrots. So unless some of you guys out there know anyone who's selling kulasisi or these Philippine hanging parrots with papers, they don't pass all 6, they pass 5. But I'm hoping some of you guys might know breeders. Next, a flock of budgies / lovebirds / cockatoos. I've placed these 3 birds in one category because, I mean, they're kind of similar, I guess, ish. I've had experience in owning all 3, so here we go. Are they tropical forest birds? No, they are more like scrub grassland birds, savanna birds from Australia and Africa and that kind of thing. So no, they would kind of be off in an aviary that's designed like a rainforest. So no, sadly they don't pass that. Will they destroy plant decor and window frames? Again, because they're such a small bird, I would say no. Can they be interactive? Absolutely yes. These birds are probably the most popular of the birds on this list. So they make great pets. They can land on you, they can interact, etc. Obtainable with papers. Yes, there are people who sell them with papers, but there are also a lot of people who don't sell them with papers. I would have to look into that because most of the breeders who breed them that I've seen don't have papers. Can they be kept communally? Yes, they can be kept together. A lot of people keep them in communal aviaries. So they pass 4 or 5 of the criteria. Next, flock of Neophemus or Kakariki parrots. These birds are smaller parrots and they're cute. I've come across them in several aviaries and I wanted to include them in this list. So are they tropical forest birds? No. Again, they're more savanna, scrubland, arid type birds, so no, they don't pass that. Can they destroy planticore and window frames? I would say no, so that's okay. Can they be interactive? Yes. Are they not too noisy? They're not that noisy, so ding, they pass that. Are they obtainable with papers? I have still yet to find people who sell these birds in the Philippines. But I'm assuming that if people do breed these highly specialized birds, they do come with papers. So yes, ding. Can they be kept communally? Yes, they can actually be kept with finches, which is great. So these birds, Neophemus and Kakariki parrots, meet 5 of the 6 criteria. Sorry guys, this video is gonna be super long. Next, a pair or possible flock of Eclectus parrots. These parrots are beautiful. Easy to tell the sex because males are green, females are red. Gorgeous parrots. Are they tropical forest birds? Yes, they are tropical forest birds, I believe from, is it Australia or New Zealand? I have to double check. But yes, they are from the tropics. They would totally fit into our aviary. Will they destroy planticore and window frames? Now they're like a medium-sized parrot, and my inclination is I could plant plants that will be able to withstand their beaks. So I'll say no. My window frames and larger plants will be safe from their beaks. Can they be interactive? Absolutely yes. I know a lot of people who own these parrots. They're great pets. They interact with humans. Ding. Are they noisy? No, these birds aren't squawkers like macaws, though as I said before, all birds make noise. But yes, they meet that criteria. Are they obtainable with papers? Yes, breeders do offer them here with papers. Can they be kept communally? Yes, I have seen aviaries where they're kept with birds like African greys, where they're kept with birds like sun conures even, assuming the aviary is large enough. But so yes, they can be kept with other species of parrots. So yay! Guys, another bird next to our Philippine blue-naped parrots and our crimson-bellied conures that do meet all criteria. Yes, guys, we've got 3 now that could possibly fit in our aviary. Next, a pair of umbrella cockatoos. Guys, if I say dream bird, this is another dream bird that I've wanted for the longest time. Next to blue and gold macaws, umbrella cockatoos. They are cuddle bunnies. They have huge personalities, and there are tons of videos online. They also talk, and they're just gorgeous birds. So let's go through our criteria though, guys. Are they tropical forest birds? Yes, they are tropical forest birds, I believe from Indonesia. I gotta check again. But they are from tropical rainforests, so that's good. Will they destroy planticore and window frames? Now, I've been watching a lot of videos on this, and I believe that they are warriors of mass destruction. Their beaks, I think, would cause serious damage to my larger bromeliads and like bird's nest fern, and I do feel like they would butcher up my large driftwood pieces. Are they interactive? Yes, we've established this. Are they noisy? Guys, these are squawkers. Most cockatoos are, and they are like dinosauric squawkers. Sorry all you cockatoo owners out there, but I just want to be real. Ah! Like T-Rex. They have this loud, shrill, loud call. Are they as loud as a macaw? Possibly, maybe a little less, who knows? You can argue with that, but they are noisy. Are they obtainable with papers? Yes, here in the Philippines, breeders offer them with papers. Can they be kept communally? I would say no. Cockatoos kind of just need to be kept with their own species based on my research. You know, again, it depends on individual birds, but my research says no. If you're gonna keep umbrella cockatoos, you need to keep them with their own species. So sadly, umbrella cockatoos, as much as I love them, only fit 3 of the criteria. So let's move on. Flock of Amazon parrots. Guys, probably some of the most popular medium-sized parrots next to African greys. Amazon parrots. Love these birds. Have always wondered what it's like keeping them. Can they be tropical forest birds? Yes, guys. Amazons, as their name suggests, are from the tropics, South America, the Amazon rainforest. That's where they're from. They would totally fit into our aviary. Destruction and destruction of window frames. My inclination is if I decorate it right, my plants and trees will be able to survive their beaks. Now, I base this on assuming they are like African greys, because they're generally the same size and they have the same size beak, and assuming these Amazons are like African greys in terms of destruction, I think my plants would be able to survive their beaks, and so would my window frames. Are they interactive? Yes. They can make awesome pets if they're socialized well and they're hand-raised, hand-tamed. Are they noisy? Yes, they do make noise. Are they squawkers like cockatoos and macaws? No. So yes, yay, not too noisy. Are they obtainable with papers? Absolutely yes. Lots of breeders here in the Philippines who do offer them with papers. Can they be kept communally? Surprisingly, yes. They can be kept with other types of Amazons. And again, I have seen them in large aviaries with birds like sun conures and like eclectus, birds like that, African greys. So yay, guys, another bird that meets all 6 criteria. So let's move on to the final bird in my list. A flock of tropical doves. Guys, did you guys know that there are so many species of doves with different colors, different like plumage, like different shapes of doves? Some doves that are terrestrial, some that like, they're awesome, these doves. Are there doves that are tropical forest birds? Yes, a lot of them are. And some of them can be found in the Philippines. Will they destroy planticore and window frames? No. So they're not hook beak birds, and so they don't need to like constantly chew things to trim their beaks. So yeah, my plants would survive their beaks, and so would my window frames. Can they be interactive? Not sure about this actually. Yes, I know some doves and pigeons can learn to interact with humans and that humans are okay. Will they allow me to pick them up and like cuddle them? I don't know. I have seen videos of people doing this. They've been but they're kept in cages. I don't know if they can learn to be interactive in like a big aviary, but I'll say yes, they can be interactive. Are they noisy? No, they generally make these little coo noises. These types of noises. So no, they're not noisy. Are they obtainable with papers? I'm assuming that if people are breeding them, then yes, they are obtainable with papers, but you generally won't find them in backyard breeders, I don't think. Unless they like illegally catch them from the wild here and then try to breed them, I don't know. Can they be kept communally? Yes, I've seen them in communal aviaries with other parrots, with other pigeons and doves. So yes, guys, a flock of tropical doves or tropical pigeons, ding, fit all 6 criteria. Sorry guys, that was a long list. Thank you so much if you're continuing to watch now. Thank you for staying this long. So to recap, the only birds that fit all 6 of our criteria are crimson-bellied conures, Philippine blue-naped parrots, eclectus, Amazon parrots, and tropical doves and pigeons. So of those 5, Mabuhay Squad, which do you think would be most ideal for our aviary? These are the things that I've been mulling over and trying to decide as we inch closer to moving in. Again, there's no rush on this because I mean there's no due date that I absolutely need to have birds and a fully stocked aviary by the time we move. No, it's not like that. We could take our time. We could take a year even if we want. But I mean, when I move in, I'm immediately gonna start working on designing the aviary. But I'd love to get your ideas now at this stage as to what birds you think would best suit our aviary. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this super long vlog. I figure I've skipped so many days of vlogging with you guys that might as well offer you guys an extra long vlog. So yeah, I'm gonna read through your comments and get your opinions. And thank you guys so much for watching. Can't wait to finally move in. Love you guys. And all of you guys watching from the future, when we're already moved in, what birds did we choose? Tell me in the comments so I can read. Bye guys, love ya.
I'm a rock star. Hold me like a rock star. I'm a rock star. I'll be